Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. This day has been a long time coming, and we're so happy to be able to share it with you. And thank you, Mayor. You were a major reason that this all happened, and we deeply, deeply appreciate that. The reason that we're all here today is to honor these four remarkable, beautiful stones that are standing behind me. And these stones represent the living spirit of four amazing Tahitians who came here long, long ago and brought the healing arts to Hawaii. And these healers were mahu. They weren't kane, they weren't wahine. They were a mixture of both in their mind, in their heart, and in their spirit. And it was that duality, that spiritual duality, that was helped to make them such remarkable healers. So when they had finished their work and when they had finished teaching the people about healing, they left. But before they did, they transferred their powers into these stones. And they actually made special ki'i that were both male and female to transfer those powers. And then they disappeared. But the stones stayed right here, very close to this location, and in fact. They went through a lot of ups and downs, and believe it or not, from 1941 till 1963, this area was a bowling alley, and the bowling alley was built right on top of the stones. But that's been taken care of, and today the stones are safe, they're physically well protected, and they're beautifully displayed, as you can see. But as Hawaii changed, so did the story. And the part about the healers being mahu and the connection to gender duality was nearly erased. But fortunately, it wasn't completely forgotten. And that's why today we are dedicating this new stone and this new plaque, because we thought that it was important that everybody who walks by here know this incredible story. So to do that, we're using modern technology, very up-to-date applications. And if you look at the sign, it talks a little bit about the duality of the healers and then gives a QR code so that those who are interested can look at animations and video and audio and a really amazing augmented reality app that I hope you all have a chance to check out. What we think is that whether you are mahu or not, whether you are gay or straight or somewhere in between, whether you come from Waianae or from Waimanolo or from Texas or from Florida, everybody should have a chance to hear this story and to rejoice in its incredible message of healing and of diversity and of inclusion. So thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate your presence and the opportunity to open this new view to everybody. So I'm going to turn the mic over to my co-partner in Kanaka Pakipika Kapaemahu team, and also my husband, Joe Wilson.
Aloha, I'm Joe, part of the Kapaemahu team, and I know what question might be on a lot of people's minds today, and that is, and it's the appropriate question, what are a couple guys like us doing at a ceremony like this? Because obviously, the foreign presence in Hawaii and its legacy has not always been a good one. But our privilege of working with Hina and many other people in the community has led us to understand that part of our kuleana, part of our responsibility is to help undo the wrongs of the past in the small ways that we can. So when we started this project years ago, I was regularly inspired by personal notes that we'd receive from individuals and families who were just beginning to learn about the deeper meanings of this site, saying that just knowing about it made them feel seen and valued and included. That made the work seem really important. But as the unveiling of this new plaque began to draw close, I thought about the Mo'olelo of Kapaemahu as originally published back in 1907, and the significance of this plaque became even greater to me. In that telling, which highlighted and honored the healer's duality, it said that the healers called for these stones to be placed here in Waikīkī as a permanent remembrance. so that those who might come after could see the appreciation that people had for their amazing abilities to help relieve suffering. While that original story portrays a society of love and inclusion, I now see that somehow these great visionaries of old knew that in the future, things might change. Well, that future is now. And as prejudice and discrimination ramps up on the continent, it's our time here in Hawaii to act. After all, monuments and public art are powerful symbols of what and who a community values. Kapaemahu should and will be a shining example of a city that honors and celebrates its culture, diversity, and all who visit or call it home. That's why I am so proud to be a resident of this great city of Honolulu, which is helping to make sure that these stones and what they represent will be known to all who encounter them for generations to come. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and to your entire team for helping to bring this to fruition today. And to all of the incredible community allies that are with us here today. We are so proud to work with you, and we know that it is you who has made this endeavor possible. So mahalo. And it is my honor to introduce our colleague and friend, Hinale Moana Wong Kalu.
Ano ai te aloha ia katoa pauloa e nā hoa tipa, e nā hoa launa, e nā kanaka, e nā malihini, me nā kamaaina pū kētahi. E ka meia, me te mānakia, ka luna, no ke kulana kauhale o Honolulu. Ke aloha nui no ia olua, mahalo nui ia olua, ka olua, ka ko'o, ka olua, ikaika, me ko olua loko mai kai. Mahalo. Mahalo anu ia olua, Dean Lau Joe. No ka nawili ke ana ma ke alahele. Mahalo anui. E nā kupuna nā mākua, nā opio. E nā kāne, e nā wahine, e nā mahu. Aloha. He leo mahalo, a he leo aloha hoi ke ia, no ke launa ana, no ka hawi ani te ho maitai, no te ia wahi ho ailona hou. This sign, for me personally, symbolizes the close to a long and arduous journey that is riddled with the intimacies and the implications of Hawaii and its collision with the myriad of forces, both from beyond the shores of Hawaii and within. To ensure that proper respect and acknowledgement was given, I made sure to stop at the graveside of the historian that left us the legacy in his journal writing. And that is James A'alapuna Harbottle Boyd. And so my speech will not say anything about the miraculous healers who just so happened to be mahu, and that made them even more powerful. We'll let you go and look up the new landing page that speaks of the work that has brought us here today. Whether I am able to acknowledge you by name or simply request that you accept this humble voice of gratitude for all whom have come here. Kumusharlani. Mahalo anui kaile anamai. To all those in the community, for our mahu in the community who came together to also support this day. Mahalo nui a oko. Hua e ki aloha I loko. Hua e ka mahalo anui. I lohe ia ka leo ka makua hine. Ka leo ko olelo Hawaii, I lohe ia a kani kupinai, mai ke ia au au, a hiki kera au au, a puni ko Waikīkī nei aina. Today, we uplift the story na pohaku kahuna o Kapaemahu, and I'm truly grateful, especially grateful to the leadership of the City and County of Honolulu for helping to make this day possible, and to all those mentioned and not mentioned, mahalo, mahalo, mahalo anui, and lest I forget, mahalo to those who have selflessly dedicated their time, to the healers whom descend from a man named affectionately Papa Henry Awai, and for those healers whom have lovingly cared for this site and continue to do so, today I acknowledge them in these words as well. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo anui. Aloha.
Thank you so much, Kumuhina. This whole journey started about 11 years ago when we were making a film about Hina, and we were down here filming on scenic Waikīkī Beach, and she turned to these stones and started chanting. And that's how we first learned about this story and became so fascinated with its wonder and its power. But chanting is the old way of telling stories. We wanted to use new ways as well to make sure that this story got out to the widest possible audience. And so I'm very pleased to call up Kehau Noe, who's a technology expert, who'll tell you a little bit about her involvement.
Aloha. I didn't actually know I was going to talk, but yes, I'm Kehau Noe. I'm actually a PhD student at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and my work usually involves extended reality technologies and utilizing them for informal learning environments and stuff like that. So what we're very excited to talk about today, or at least for my part in it, is the augmented reality app that I worked with them to create. The augmented reality app is, you can find the link to it on the placard, through the website on the placard, or you can find it on the Apple or Google Play Store. And essentially what it is that we wanted to think through of how do we bring the stones to people to kind of give it introductory to them. So in the AR app, you are introduced to the stones, their genealogy, their story, and also some of other information related to how you should come when you visit the stone, what you should how you should present yourself, and really trying to think through of understanding the importance of why these stones are here and to understand why they're so important. So I don't know how much to say about the AR app, but I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to build this app. I'm super excited that Kumuhina was able to also do a version in Olelo Ni'ihau, because I also think it's super important that when we have these places to, in extended reality technologies, that also Olelo Hawaii, and especially Olelo Ni'ihau, is used in these spaces as well. So yeah, I'm very excited for you all to see it, and just mahalo for letting me be part of the project, and also give me a little bit of time to speak right now. Mahalo.
A really amazing developer, and with a real focus on indigenous and Kanaka stories, so thank you so much. This effort would not have been possible without the support of a really wide range of different community groups. Hawaiian groups, health groups, educational groups, so many different people contributed. And we wanted to call up Randy Soriano, who is the current director of the Hawaii LGBT Legacy Foundation, to talk a little bit about them.
Aloha. So mahalo and happy Pride Month. The Hawaii LGBT Legacy Foundation firmly believes in celebrating and empowering all intersections of the MVP, FAF, and LGBTQIA+ communities. And we take pride in elevating and perpetuating the culture and the stories of Native Hawaiians, and today specifically, Nā Pohaku Ola Kapaemahu. On behalf of the foundation, We'd like to mahalo Mayor Blangiardi and his team, specifically and including Ka'ili Traskokano and the Office of Art and Culture for allowing us the opportunity to share our history and the significance with the community. And also, mahalo for being a huge supporter of Honolulu Pride. Mahalo. Mahalo to the community leaders, Dean Hamer, Joel Wilson, and Kumuhina for continuing to elevate the Mahu voices. And mahalo to the Mahui for not only existing, but thriving. Your lived experiences continue to bring education and love. And the Mahui and the Foundation will continue to be stewards for this pohaku. Right now, I'd like to introduce the chair for the Mahui, Dr. Kalani Opua Young, to share a few words.
Aloha mai kako, mahalo Randy, mahalo Mayor, mahalo Kumuhina for spending all those hours with us to help us with our oli, and to being that steward as mahu, as kanaka, as pili aloha, those of us who malama the aina and each other. So the mahui actually is a group of mahu, and that includes kanaka as well as non-kanaka, who together practice oli, and we want to help malama the kuleana of caring for this site as well. And we have more works in progress. I just want to mahalo everyone for coming out today, sharing your aloha, your presence. That means a lot to us. And I just hope that we continue to aloha kekahi I kekahi, love one another. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. And it's wonderful that the Mahui are going to be carrying on this tradition and are going to become involved because, again, this is a sign of real progress, I think. We're going to close this part just with a few more acknowledgments. Mayor, you have been a supporter of this from the beginning, but I think people should know that the managing director, Mike Formby, has also been very deeply involved. And when they say managing director, he actually manages things and directs things. So he's been unbelievably important in this effort. We also have to thank the Bishop Museum because we did so much work with our historians to find the history, and then they exhibited it, which was really important as well. We're thankful to PBS and Pacific Islanders in Communication because they helped us make the movies and the animation that has been so powerful in telling the story. Our contractor, Kim Duffett, a local sculptor. Also want to thank Walter with the Gay Island Guide and everybody at LGBT Legacy Foundation who have been so really foundational. And all of the historians and the scholars and the cultural practitioners and the healers whom we were very fortunate to collaborate with.
Also Cameron of the UH Center.
And as well as Cameron at the UH Center, because of course education is a big part of this, and we're looking to continuing with them all the time.
Department of Health. That is
And Joe's reminding me, the State Department of Health, which actually wrote a really powerful letter linking the acknowledgement of these Mahu healers to today health issues and that are part of our community. We're now going to do the formal blessing of the stones, and I would like to call forward Kumu Charlene Kalama, who will lead that part of the portion.
Aloha mai kako. I'm not one that normally comes up to this part. I just take care of my kuleana. I'm going to ask, mahalo for your cameras. I understand. But put your minds and your thoughts and come and join us. So, Mayor, we got a word. There's many groups that have come together to malama this space. And one has asked that we do not enter, and they are the caretakers right now. So I am maikai with that, but I'm not. So you'll see me more often to make sure we as Kanaka, we're not born in this time. Yeah? And as my Auntie Emma DeFries stated, but we as Kanaka must stay together and malama each other, not be that crab that pulls the next one, I am the boss, I'm not the boss. We have two things that will happen in life. We are born and we will die. So people shouldn't say, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, we don't got to better do nothing now but make. But right now, for me, I would like us to learn the 5 facets of our beautiful word aloha that was shared for the first time at the East-West Center at the University of Hawaii in Manoa by my Hanai grand aunt, Pilahipa Ki, that came into my life at the age of 2. And the woman who put the leo or the voice to it is my mother, Ke Kau'ilanika Ekabaha Kalama. So if you all repeat after me these 5 words, I would greatly appreciate it. If we can live that today, maybe this area will be more peaceful for everyone. Okay? So the first letter is A, akahai. Akahai, Hawaii meaning kindness, to be expressed with a feeling of tenderness. Lo kahi, Hawaii meaning unity. Say lo kahi.
Lo kahi.
I don't know you, you all don't know me, but it's brought us together for a very meaningful day. Hawaii meaning unity, to be expressed with a feeling of togetherness. The third letter O, olu olu.
Olu olu.
Olu olu, Hawaii meaning to be agreeable, to be expressed with a feeling of harmony. Let's be harmonious, not always be the one that speaks, but the one that listens. The fourth letter H, ha'a ha'a. Ha'a ha'a, and Tipilahi said, as women we are modest. Ha'a ha'a is to be humble, to be expressed with a feeling of humility. The last letter, we all need this every day in our lives, with our spouses, with our children, with our peers. And please, have patience with our mayor. He just came in this year. Say, aho nui.
Aho nui.
Aho nui is Hawaii meaning patience, to be expressed with this feeling of perseverance. These 5 characters make that beautiful word, aloha. If you can live 1 letter each day, what a beautiful space you'd have, yeah? But technology, I see all these phones, people walking with their phone, not paying attention, crashing into you and me, yeah? Send 1 letter across the ocean. Maybe then we'll begin to have a peaceful world. So if you can look at your neighbor with good thoughts in your mind and good feelings in your heart, and kindly say, aloha. Mahalo nui. Okay, so we are going to open the gate. We will not enter in respect to the kahu who has been here before me, as well as the groups, because there's many groups, but we need to ho'oponopono and come together because it's for everyone. It belongs to no one. They were down here underneath in the water, came up, the water went away, they came up. The water came back, went down. Yeah, so it's for everyone. I'm not technology set. I might press the thing and take a picture. I won't get it. That's me, that's my choice. I want to read it. I want to live it. I am a child that comes from healers. I am a child that comes from chanters. I am a child that will continue to protect whatever that needs to be protected and to bless the gift that was given to me. So I look at all of you and say, mahalo. If you see my back, kalamai, I am taking kumuhina with me. It's my ka'i that we have connected again in this late run. Mahalo nui. If you have gift, you have lei you want to give after, please feel free to. But what I need to do is connect Kapaemahu with this. It's outside. It's not together. So we need to bring it together. It's a kako thing, right? Right? It's a together thing. It's not separate. Mahalo nui. I hope later they'll have something that protects that or however, because we do have people and, you know, they're not sure what they're doing and they sit on the rock and take a picture or they go to the next place. They might have a hard time when they go home. Yeah? So to be respectful, it would be good. Yeah? Mahalo nui.
As we said at the outset, it was a long time coming. We're just really grateful to do it. So I want to thank you for helping make this historic. I want to thank her for calling me young, because at 77, nobody ever calls me young. anymore, so I appreciate that. I'm definitely young at heart. But for all of you, mahalo for being here. God bless.